there are two enemy game objects that will follow our character as soon as we approach their radius. That is the radius. To show this how this works, here's a I'll show you. So when we run the game, as you can see, this character starts to fall, starts following our main character till the point they collapse. Right now, there are no checks such as game over, etc., or the health that will tell, or the destroy component that will destroy the component of either enemy or of player. So this is the result right now. So once more checks are being done, either of one will be destroyed. That is character, your player or the enemy. And as you can see, this one doesn't move. The reason was that we haven't applied the animations here, but only on this character. So without further ado, let's get started on how we can do this, and let's start. So to do this, first we have to understand the concept of uh, understand the concept of AI navigation. So in Unity 6, this is Unity 6, you can simply go to packages, that is package manager, and this package manager. I missed it quite a times. So inside you will need to press Unity registry, and here you would need to press nav and AV, or you can type navigation full, and when this is pressed, you can simply type AI navigation. You will click here, and you will instead of remove, you would see that download option. So when you will press the download, you will see the updated variant, that is 2, will be used. Again, in Unity 6, AI navigation has 2.0 and up for Unity 6, and we are using the latest. If you are for some reason you have previous version of Unity that is Unity 6 and previous ones, so you can simply, then you would need 1.1.3 AI Unity package, and then you will be fine. But for our reason, we are using 2.0.3, and we are still fine. So back to our project, and uh, we to when we go to scenes, this was the last scene that we left from where we left off. Yes, and that scene looked something like this. That is there is no runner enemy. That is only our player is here, and there is no enemies, no enemies that will follow our character. So now for enemies to follow this character, there are tons of methods. So either we could have follow the player by a donkey method, that is no pathfinding, and this is neither intelligent and nor CPU intensive, and this is uh, uh, not suitable, or this is not this doesn't have much more future, since that would soon blow it up, and uh, wouldn't see any more, wouldn't see uh, wouldn't see or handle any further complex test cases. So we can't use this one, simple follow, which is simply that we would get the we would copy this 3D object, and then simply we would apply this, that is the direction vector, that will find this player. This is our player. I will copy it. This is the player, this one. So we will double click it, and simply we will create an empty object. We will rename it as enemies, or uh, yeah, for now, and we can do enemy is fine, enemies or obstacles, but for now enemy seems fine. And then we will simply drag and drop this here inside the child object, and then we will move something like this here further, or like this. Y should be same, and this is vector, we will place it as like this, something like this. Or since here rotation is messed up, so we will rotate it somewhere else. So when we see it in again, right now you can see the camera was the child object of the enemy component, and we will simply delete this, and one camera is enough, that is. So here we delete it, and now you can see, so we didn't copy it as we should. We didn't press Control D, which was for a duplicate, so it instead moved our original main character. So we will Control D a bit, we will Control Z a bit and do the thing again. So here enemy, and inside enemies, we will simply Control D this time, and we will make sure that we Control D rightly. So this time we Control D, we pressed Control D in a right way, and then we gotta move it further, and here we will delete the camera object. So now when we look at the game, this is our enemy, and we can rotate it as well, but for now, if you want to rotate it, simply press -1 here, oh sorry, 180 here. Oh sorry, this is not the thing, this here, and here we will, so this will now face our player, and this is the enemy. So what we will do is, instead of using this code, which was simply that from, I will double click in a second. So these are enemy, and this is our player character. So we would simply, they both have their own transform component. So here we would try to find a relative direction between these two components, and then we would try to move this from here to here. But the problem with that was that this was pretty simple, and it wouldn't be able to handle test cases, complex test cases, such as if there is obstacle in a way, or there are some other characters that would be messing, and it would only be passing right through the other objects, which we don't want. So to address this issue, Unity has an excellent AI navigation package system, which deals with the making by moving agent system. So that's a quite complex thing what I am trying to tell you about AI navigation. And if you see how you can work navigation and pathfinding, is that, so this is our path, let us say, and instead of we trying to doing things manually, we will simply import an high level package, and that would do the heavy lifting for us. And not just it is very intelligent and performant, it would be much more suitable to me. If the game expands, we can simply use that big package, big project, which is obviously supported by Unity, and we can use it to our needs. So first thing first, if these are two agents, let us say these are two enemies, I will duplicate it again and move this to here, let us say move it here. And now if you see, these are our two enemies, enemy 1, enemy, or let's say enemy again, and rename this to enemy 2. and since we copied these enemies uh, from our player, and player had his own tutorial player movement script, we will remove this from the both of them, from this, and we can make a uh, prefab of this enemy, and we can save it. But for tutorial sake, right now we will focus more on navigation and AI navigation system. So first thing we will do is create an empty game object. Then if you can see, there is a level static immovable. This is the level, and this is the floor. Again, this floor, if I uncheck it just to show you what is floor, this is the floor that they are walking on. So simply what I'm gonna do is make a NavMesh surface. So what we will do is add a NavMesh surface. You will press nav, and inside any uh, inside a new scene you can create NavMesh surface, and by default every layer it makes it selects every layer. So when I press bake, as you can see, this blue area, again, if this blue area doesn't show up, you will simply press this AI navigation, and then this will show up, and here you will check this show nav mesh, and when you will press show nav mesh, what will happen is you will see a blue overlay or blue gizmo kind of thing in the scene. What this scenes means is that by default by default our nav mesh surface has been selected, so this blue area will be walkable, and our agents, if we place an agent script on them, on this one and this one, they will automatically follow this character if we set it as a destination. But if our player is at this side, if our player is at this side, they won't be able to follow, and instead they would just clutter here, because this thingy, that yellow thingy, is not walkable. So to address this, what will we do? We have two things. Either I can show you right away by placing the script, which I will show you which I can show you right now, and okay, let's show you. So I will